Hi guys, it's me and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and testing out this DIY Rainbow Cupcake Bath Bomb Kit. If you remember the video where I unboxed this, I said I was going to do it in a later video. It has been a few years since I made that video, but I hope that's okay. Let's get on with the video though. It makes 2 bath bombs and it comes with the molds and then frosting, the cake, and those are just names for like baking soda and stuff like that. Here's the back. As you probably already saw, this has a cupcake mold, and then it has the fizz, the frosting, the cake, and then it has the sprinkles. So they're all names for what you're gonna put into them. And in here has a spoon to stir, and then it also has instructions. I appreciate how they put all the instructions on just one sheet of paper, just front side. Because some kits like this have like a long note card that's in the smallest print, and it has it in pictures too. Don't mind the fact that I don't have 2 identical bowls, but we're going to use some Tupperware containers because we're making bath bombs. So first step is to pour the cake mixture. This is very pretty pink. It's like a violet pink. Next, the instructions say to open the fizz bag and put 10 scoops into the same container or bowl. This just looks like baking soda. 1, and I'll do the rest off camera, but I'm not sure if they want like overfilled scoop, probably just a level one. 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll do the rest off camera. Then it says to mix it until well combined and there's no clumps, so we're gonna do that. It kind of has the consistency of like a wet sand because it's definitely not a super dry powder. And like I said, I have had this just sitting in my room for about a year. So that may affect the fizziness or ingredients. But overall, it should be about the same shelf life. Then it says to open the frosting, and this is a light pink color, into another bowl. And just dump it in and pour the rest of the fizz powder into this. This honestly seems like a little bit too much, so I'm gonna do just a little less than the whole thing. I'm just gonna summarize the next step. You're gonna fill the bottom and top mold, and then you can also put the sprinkles they give you. And if you're wondering about the scents of these, this part smells more like a candy sweet scent, while this one doesn't really have a scent. And this is just my own personal preference, and I've read some reviews on the other people opening this bath bomb kit. The ingredients didn't stick well together, so I'm going to add some essential oil as well as castor oil to my mixture just to help it stick together a little more. And I have a dropper to measure out a little bit more. Again, this is totally personal preference on what you add. For those of you wondering, this is what the sprinkle mixture looks like. It's just some stars. I'm going to be using a plate for this part just to make it a little less messy. So it says to start with sprinkles at the top. I'm going to do it a little different, but I'm going to layer the sprinkles in there because if you just put it at the top, I feel like it's going to fall right out when you take it out of the mold, and I don't want that to happen. So we're just going to fill the mixture, and then you're going to press them tightly together once you get them both full. I think what's going to work best is if you overfill both the molds and then you're going to press them together tightly and just twist. That's like the method I've learned for making bath bombs. Let's hope this works. So now it says to let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. However, I'm going to make sure to fully set and let it sit for a few hours. And if you're wondering how much is left after I just did that one, there's only a little bit of the top part and a lot more of the base. So I would say there's not enough to fill a whole nother cupcake mold. However, I do have some other molds I will fill. I'm going to be using this capsule toy as a mold, and it's pretty the same size as a regular bath bomb. Let's close these together, and I did put some more oil in the middle to help seal it a little bit better, and I find it should work a little bit better, but you can see the stars in this one. And we're just gonna squish together. If I notice there's not enough in there, I will pack it a little bit more. And because there's just a little left, I'm gonna add it to the strawberry mold. Hopefully it holds. I did forget that I had some more of the fizz left over, but even with this amount, I don't think there was enough to make a whole nother cupcake mold bath bomb. But here were the three I was able to do. I have the strawberry, the circle, and then the cupcake. I will let these sit for a few hours and show you how they work. In the instructions, I noticed it does say that once you make sure that the cupcake has been in the mold for about 3 to 5 minutes, or it feels firm, you can let the cupcake out of the mold and place it in a dry place for 1 hour or until it's dry. For best results, allow the cupcake to dry for 6 hours. So this is definitely a 2-day process, so I will see you back when they're dry. Also, it does stain my hands a little bit from doing that, so I would say if you're going to do this in like a bath or any white surface, definitely make sure you clean it afterwards. And it does give you a warning right there. So it's been about 2 days since I last let these bath bombs dry. I took off the top of all of them, and then for the strawberry bath bomb, it did break just the stem, but overall it still looks really good. And you want to probably let these dry a few days, not just 6 hours like the instructions say, just to make sure they're fully hardened. And then for the cupcake one, it did come apart on just the side, but it's still fine on this side. Let's try and take this out. You want to be gentle when you're doing this because it will break. Here's what the bottom looks like. And I think it turned out really good, so definitely overpack it if you decide to make this on your own or any bath bomb kit. These tips can help you. And then let's check on the other one. This one looks really pretty on the top, and you can see some of the stars already. Okay, this one broke a little bit on just the sides, but overall I think this turned out the best. Comment down below which one is your favorite. We're gonna just test this one to see the fizziness in a bowl of water. Let's put it in the water. I think it fizzes really well compared to some other bath bombs I've seen. And this one did have some star charms or star shapes, whatever you want to call them, in the bottom. So let's see if you can see them. I'm going to pull it out just to see what it looks like. So I want to see if the star charms do dissolve, because if not, just be aware of that if you put it in like a bathtub. It doesn't seem like they dissolve. If they do, it might be after a few minutes longer. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next time. Bye!